Hi, I'm Sam Johnson, captain of Hucknall Cricket Club in the Notts Premier League. The responses that they got in terms of voting and similar show that they are progressive, forward-thinking. I guess more in line with rule changes around professional cricket and around international cricket. For the most part, yeah, I like them. I think it will hopefully change potentially attitudes of certain teams towards certain situations. So I agree with it. To be honest, I liked in previous years when we've done things such as winning and losing draws, etc. But I like the fact that we've managed to move on from it, but still retain that kind of semblance of it through the bonus points and stuff like that. You always look for the first game you're playing. So we've got Attenborough away. Always look to see where you start in the season. From a purely personal point of view, I look for myself for Kimberley. When we're playing Kimberley, obviously I played there for 6 years and loved my time. And Hucknall, we look for Papplewick, home and away. We know we're going to play them on bank holiday. Obviously this year it's our turn to host it. And our other fixture with them is a roving fixture, so obviously I've got to speak to Oggy to arrange that. But yeah, so I guess I'm going to cop out and say first fixture, Kimberley for me personally, and Papplewick for the club. Last year, I'd say we bowled well in a lot of our games, and for the most part made batting not as easy as it should be on so we obviously our wicket at Hucknall, really good wicket. So I'd say our bowling has been a strength, and looking ahead to this season, I look through our side in terms of age, talent, and I think a real strength is the talent kind of reserves that we've got. I feel really comfortable, what batting near enough all the way down and with decent depth in the bowling side of things. So I think that is a real strength, that we have the talent now. Obviously it's a case of channeling that in the right way. It's been the busiest winter I've had since being at Hucknall, in terms of bringing guys in. So first bit of transfer news. So Sam Wood left us. He was our pro obviously for last season, and he's left us. So obviously there's a pro spot that you have to replace. We had to replace the other pro spot, which didn't end up getting used last year. So we've signed Sol Budinga from Radcliffe-on-Trent, previously of Farnsfield, obviously with Notts. So signed him. Really looking forward to seeing how he goes. He's been brilliant in terms of things we've spoken about thus far. And the other pro spot, we've signed a seamer from Ticknall in the Derbyshire League called Wazim Fazal, who's a high-class kind of league operator. Has got a fantastic kind of club cricket record, and he's an opening bowler that comes to us with real pedigree to make us a better bowling unit. And then in terms of kind of club additions, we've signed Nolan Benson, a keeper batsman from Gedling Colliery, because Josh Downey, our keeper batsman from last year, has moved away with work. So we needed to kind of replace, I guess, that void. So we signed Nolan to come in and bat for us and keep wicket, and signed another lad from Gedling Colliery, actually, who's currently on the Notts Academy, won Notts Academy Player of the Year last year, called Sam King, who's a really exciting all-rounder for us. Real good prospect, someone that I've had my eye on for a couple of years, after he ran through our middle order when Gedling were in the Premier League. So brought him in as well. So brought in 4, all of which kind of add value to our team and our squad, and make us a better outfit moving forward. Obviously, we're gutted to lose Sam Wood, because that kind of quality is scarce around any league. You know, he's a high class performer, but I'm really comfortable, really happy with where we're at as a squad. Well, it wouldn't be a surprise to me because I know how good he is and how good I think he can become. Lad called Hassan Chowdhury, or known as kind of Bobby Chowdhury, around the league. I played with him at Kimberley, and he spent a year, I think it was, at the Cavs, and we picked him up last year. I think his first full year with us, you know, batting in that top order, I tip him to have a really good year and show everyone what he's about. Really talented boy who, you know, has been looking for the opportunity to display his skills. He's one I'd say to look out for. Really, really fine, classical, elegant batsman. Don Brown at Kimberley. Without giving chapter and verse, I think the league's split into three. I think there's the top 3 or 4. Well, previously has been the top 3. Now I'd say arguably it's the top 4. There's a middle band of probably 3 or 4 clubs, and there's a lower band of 3 or 4 clubs. Perennially, we've been in that lower band apart from 2017. So I would say that I want us to be, I guess, established in that middle ground of teams looking up. So, and I'd say if we're aiming to finish 6th, I think that would be a really good year. And I want us to be looking up towards who can we catch rather than looking over our shoulders, you know, in late August, worrying that we need X amount of points to ensure survival. That for me, we've had that, and now it's a case of how can we move forward and really make a mark in this league. Again, without going round the houses too much, I think Cavs keeping all their stars and adding Abbas from Woollerton, they're unbelievably strong. Hucknall have added well, as of Papplewick. Kimberley have obviously, you know, a really good side. I think Cavs have to be the favourites with all the experience they've got, and kind of all the lads who have played first class cricket and all the talent that they've got. They have to be the favourites to win the league. But if one of, you know, it's close between the other 3 teams that I mentioned. So if one of them gets off to a good start, I know Hucknall have got something like Papplewick and Kimberley in their first 2 games. And I think that plays a part. You know, if they suddenly take maximum points from those 2, you know, they could get off to that hot start that I guess will set them out away from the pack. So I'd say Cavs, but any of the other 3 teams I think could be right up there.